We're here at Vexilar today talking with Tom Zenanko. We're going to learn the differences between the new ProView Ducer and the Tri-Beam.
Thanks, Matt. A lot of people had questions the last time I did a bid on transducers, and actually I was quite shocked because a lot of people have a lot of questions about transducers and how it can help you catch more fish. I am constantly shocked by the lack of information out there about transducers, because literally a transducer is 50% of your ice fishing system. And without taking care of your transducers properly and knowing what a transducer can do for you, can drastically change the performance of your system. So I'm going to show you a little bit. I had a lot of questions about the differences between the ProView Ducer and the new Vexilar Tri-Beam. In the world of transducer crystals, obviously Vexilar is the best of the best. And please understand that all Vexilar transducers are interchangeable for every Vexilar. So you can go back 20 years and replace an old Vexilar SLT or even a pre-FL8 with a new Tri-Beam or ProView if you would like. And they're all totally interchangeable, which is amazing technology. One of the things that we're very proud of here at Vexilar is the development of these crystals. We spend a great deal of time and effort researching crystal technology. And we use the best barium titanate materials possible, because barium titanate is one material to be used for transducers that are not affected by the cold. The cheaper transducers on the market today, which are called lead zirconate, are very much affected by the cold. But in cold weather environments, if you want a long-lasting, durable transducer, you want to have one made out of barium titanate, which are what Vexilar uses. Now, in transducers, size of the crystal matters. In other words, the bigger the crystal face you have, the easier it is for you, the angler, to control the sound that comes back into the crystal. And please understand how crystals work. I've got a small surge of electricity coming down this wire. It hits the crystal and it turns it into a ping. For lack of a better word, the ping is it sends out the sound that you will actually be hearing back. But it sends, so electricity goes to the crystal, turns it into sound, emits the ping. The ping bounces back, hits the crystal, and then it turns back into electricity, and that's what your unit receives. So the bigger the crystal, the more control of the sound you have. Now, size of the crystal doesn't change anything. Size of the crystal gives you control of the sound. In other words, the transducer is always transmitting at full power. And it's filling the room like it's filling the warehouse or the production area here at Vexilar right now. It fills the entire room with my voice. But the best way I can show you an example is cupping your ear. If I cup my ear all the way down like this, even in a noisy room with a big party going on, I can hear someone talking directly in front of me, okay? And that's important because that's what crystals allow you to do, to focus in on a specific sound. Now, the smaller the crystals, the less control you have and the more you hear around you. The 19 degree or wide degree cones are wide open. You basically hear pretty much everything out there. So the ProView Ducer is a large crystal which gives you the maximum amount of control, which basically means the gain switch does not control power of your unit. Your gain switch simply controls how much you're allowing the transducer to receive. So if your gain is set very low, it's very focused and targeted right directly to you. As you turn up your gain, you're basically widening the area that you can hear around you. Remember, your transducer is sending out a ping that floods the entire water column. But by adjusting the gain, you control what you hear with the gain switch. That's what the ProView does. The Tri-Beam, on the other hand, offers a mechanical opportunity to adjust it. Now, we do it with multiple crystals in this array, that it gives you the same type of impression. By simply going from a switch from 8 to 12 to 20, you can go from narrow, medium, to wide. In my opinion, that's a much more practical way of looking at it. The narrow, medium to wide perspective in a mechanical form is how the Tri-Beam works, and it works extremely well. So when people say, what are the differences between the ProView and the Tri-Beam, in many ways they function very similarly, except the fact that the ProView gives you almost an unlimited range of area you want to hear. In other words, the Tri-Beam is designed to function at minimum gain with mechanical switching. If you turn up the gain with the Tri-Beam, the signal actually distorts because it's not really designed for a wider listening area. The crystals do not perform very well. But with the ProView, you can literally adjust it from a very narrow 9-degree angle to a even 40-degree receiving area if you would like, if you turn up the gain. But again, with all transducers, you want to keep the gain as low as possible to avoid distortion and make you have a sharp, crisp signal. So which is the best? It really depends on what kind of angler you are. If you want a simple, easy to function system, keep your gain set at low, adjust the switch, and you're good to go with the Tri-Beam. If you're one of the kind of guys that like to putz with infinite variability, use the ProView, because with the gain you can control the actual shape of the cone with the gain switch. I hope that clears up some of the questions people have about the Tri-Beam and the ProView. I'm Tom Zenanko from Vexilar.